So those that were there supporting me through the loss of my dog and stuff like that, thank you. Um, it's right here in my beautiful cremation box. And the process of grieving has been mixed with getting through grieving of my life as well. The changes in my life. I lost my home in June. Then in July, I was having seizures for the first time. And in October, on October 1st, I found out that I was diagnosed with PMG that I was born with. I had no idea. 90% of people end up having seizures. And then he's like, you have epilepsy because you've had 3 seizures. The seizures were grand mals, which are the serious ones where you fall. There's rain footage, and the camera doorbell thing of me collapsing over and over again, not knowing what's going on, walking around the street, just cutting myself, bruising myself. It's a miracle that I did not hit the stones that my front entrance is made out of. And then later in that month, the end of that month on Halloween, my baby boy, 14 years old, passes away. Turns out he had cancer the entire time. And the last 4 days of his life were terrible. And I was trying to get him help. And the vets took a very long time to see him. I said something's wrong with my dog. They said, well, we can't get him in today. We'll get him in tomorrow. And then they said, probably not. The next day came. They said, probably not today. But my mom was able to get it to happen by the 3rd day. It's a little fuzzy. I'm not really sure exactly what was going on. All I was doing was holding my dog. I went in, and I was explaining to them what could be wrong. I said, well, I saw him swallow wipes. He gets into the trash a lot. They said, he has cancer. I can feel it. I can basically see it. What are your thoughts about putting him down? And my life was ending in so many ways. I want to go and say this was my ultimate fear. I didn't expect to also have the life that I was used to change. I didn't expect to lose my home, to experience the thing that I told myself I would turn off my own Xbox, so to speak, if it would happen when he was 2 years old. And then around, I guess, when he was like 4 years old, 5 years old. Are you understanding what I'm saying? It took 2 years for me to accept that that's the way things are. I didn't expect to deal with everything else with the time of him passing. And I said 4 days with my dog passing. His name is Brumble. These are his ashes. 4 days before, he was goofy, hyper, everything. I guess his mix he was a pit bull mountain dog chow mix. I guess he's just that type that he just kind of, it was more affectionate, more just hugging me and spending time. There was a video on here of him just like basically hugging me, staying so still. And I was saying he never does this in the video. When I was talking about my diagnosis, what's wrong with me, I'm freaking out in the video, crying, and having to do cuts and stuff. He's trying to kiss me. which, by the way, I watched the video later once he passed, and I cried for like an hour and a half, realizing what he was trying to, in my perspective, he was trying to say, you know, I love you. You're going to watch this video again, and you're going to see this in a different perspective, you know. That's what my brain was doing. When he was 2, let's talk about that thought I had. We're gonna go and we're gonna compare it to what the frontman of Smashing Pumpkins said in the recent documentary of Ozzy. Right now, it is the most recent is, I think it came out on October 25th of 2025. That's why I have the stuff on, because that really spoke to me. I've been doing that since I got into Ozzy and Marilyn Manson. They have helped me through the process of all this loss. Billy, Smashing Pumpkins, is saying these fans are realizing this is the last time Ozzy is going to perform and say thank you in his hometown, and they don't want to let go. Those fans don't want to let go, and Billy is crying, explaining this, and he's saying a shithole is where they came from, and this music is like, you know, basically everything they had in that moment in that shithole that they came from. So, in that aspect, you gotta think of me when my dog was 2 years old. I was snowed in, and you know, I came from a place where my home was awesome, but there were times where my mom and dad were battling alcoholism, and you know, I looked at my dog, and you know, I didn't mess with alcohol, I didn't mess with drugs, I didn't do any of that, and I was playing a translation of the Game Boy Advance version of Mother 1, not Earthbound, which is called Mother 2 in Japan. I'm talking like Earthbound 0, as American calls it. And you know, my dog was sitting on the other bed in my room, which is usually for my friends, because I grew up as an only child, so everybody that was close to me was a brother or sister to me. I had the idea because one of my best friends shared a room with his brother, and they did the exact same thing. Twin mattresses on each side of the bedroom. My dog was my brother, my best friend, my everything, and he was my Ozzy in the shithole at times. That's all I'm gonna say, and I wasn't ready to let go, but I came to that later in life, and in honor and respect, I told myself, I'm never gonna do this, you know, turn off the Xbox, sort of speak, and I also told him that too. But never in my life did I expect to do it in such a way where it was tested with everything going on. I quit smoking cigarettes. I did a cold turkey. I've done it before. So, we're gonna switch it up just a little bit. I'm gonna take you somewhere. Okay? And then we're done. This is very, very special. I'm sharing this with you. This is my dog. This is the shrine. I hope you can see it okay. We're in my closet. This is my video game stuff. This is stuff that I just couldn't finish. This is his dog food, his water bowl. If you come over here, this was what I wore when I put him down. You can see his hair is still on there. These are the pants. Even down to the underwear that I was wearing. You know, actually, this is the box of everyone I've lost. All the special people. Most of them. Some of them are just old pictures. This is my little brother that I lost. My childhood friend that I call my little brother. He was a lot older than that. But this is my little shrine. These are the joint health medications. He finished this one, then this came in the mail when I came back from the vet. This is after I brushed him years ago. I saved his hair in a bag. This is his paw print that they did when he passed away. And this is his paw print again that I'm going to get on my chest. I know that there's like little lines and dots right there, but I don't know. I'm not watching where I'm pointing the camera. But that's his gun that he loved. It shot tennis balls. These are stuffed animals, sweaters. But this is something that I smell every day. And you can see the dog hair and stuff like that. But I smelled it yesterday, and it just smells like a harness now. His smell is gone. I haven't vacuumed the floor on purpose because, like, his hair, even though I wash my clothes, his hair gets on everything. This was his pillow that I got him. It's a one piece because I think his attitude is like Luffy. At first he didn't like using it, but then he liked it in the end. So that's where I'm at. Like, my environment is telling me, the harness is telling me it's time to vacuum, to get the dog hair, right? And like, so basically, like, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to vacuum and empty his dog hair in the trash can, and then vacuum more, because I know it's gonna take like probably 3 cycles. Because like, it's December 19th now, and he passed away on Halloween, and I didn't vacuum for like a month before he died. Because I've been battling the epilepsy and stuff, but I don't want anyone else doing it. I want to do it. So that's where I am. You probably want to know like what made me get through that little like mental thing. I think I mentioned it before about not turning off the Xbox. It's simple. The relationship, the bond you have, that's so special. It's worth the short amount of time that you have with them. So it's the trade you make to have what I had. And it's an honor to ache. It's an honor to cry. It's an honor to have a shrine. It's an honor to be able to make a video and talk about it so much. It's an honor to go through all this other stuff and have him still matter so much that he's still like the main focus on the grieving. Like, he's still number one. Like, I care about the fact that I lost him more than anything else, more than he was my home, more than that epilepsy and the diagnosis and stuff. Peace.